Hey guys! Dreamer of Nightmares here, and we actually have a very special guy here with us. It's the...
Hummingbird of Nightmares here. What is going on, guys? I actually joined with a really special guy here, the Dreamer of Nightmares. Anyway, I saw that you gave us big ups for our YouTube channel.
Hey guys, Dreamer of Nightmares here. We're really grateful for what you've done, getting us a big 1,000 subscribers, but we've always wondered, hey, why stop there? Why not get absolutely massive? Our next sub goal is gonna be like 40 trillion? That was just a joke, guys. Just a lot. We want a lot of subscribers.
You can say that again. Hey guys, Hummingbird of Nightmares here. Thank you so much for giving us the subs to 1K. We actually have a bit of an announcement coming along with this video. Dreamer, how about we fill these guys in, huh?
Hey, what is going on, guys? Dreamer of Nightmares here, and today we have a special announcements for you. We are going to be making our very special The Video Bros TV movie. This movie is essentially going to catalog the more mythological and spiritual parts of our channel. It's a sort of top to bottom rundown of our lives and what happens when we finally go to America's biggest movie producing destination to make something of our own.
Hummingbird of Nightmares here. The film is called The Video Bros TV Lost in New York, and we would actually like to give you guys a very brief look into the movie to thank you for all 1,000 subs. So without further ado, would you like to add something, Dreamer?
Hey guys, Dreamer here of Nightmares. I would just like to take it away with this movie. Without further ado, here it is.
Here it is.
Hello guys, so due to our 1,000 sub special, we actually got picked up for a movie by this huge movie company. I don't remember which one, but essentially what's going to happen is that they're going to make our own movie. So we wanted to share that little bit of movie with you and give you a bit of insider details on what's going to be coming out of the Video Bros pipeline.
Yeah, guys, so the movie is called The Video Bros TV Lost in New York. It's coming to theaters February 2024. Really excited. We don't want to spoil anything, but we do want to give you guys a little, little taste of what's to come, just to thank you guys for sticking with us for so long.
All right, heroes, let's get into the movie. Okay, so essentially what happens in the beginning is the movie is sort of a lot like real life in that everyone loves us.
It's
and
true.
essentially what happens is that, huh?
I'm just agreeing with you.
All right. Essentially what happens is that these big Hollywood, big cheeses, big execs, they're like, all right, people are loving these Video Bros characters, this Dreamer of Nightmares and Hummingbird of Nightmares guy. So what they do is that they're like, okay, we need to fly you out from your home countries. And we're like, sure. To where? They're like the biggest
Apple.
movie, the biggest not no the biggest movie makers in the whole United States. The Big Apple, of course.
That's what I said.
What? Okay, whatever. So they fly us out and we get to the Big Apple. It's huge and it's really nice. Everyone loves, like, we both like, that scene in a movie where the characters walk into the Big Apple with their backpacks on and they're like holding their backpacks by the straps and like they're like, phew, I'm a small fish in a big pond. Well, that's sort of what our characters are like. If you can imagine this being either animated or acted out by some actors, the studio hasn't figured that out yet. But just imagine them walking into the Big Apple, like fingers in the straps, and be like, wow, I'm a small fish in a big pond.
And again, we don't want to spoil too much, but I do think there's an important part in the beginning of the movie that we should talk about. It kind of starts off with, young Hummingbird of Nightmares and a young Dreamer of Nightmares, and we're sitting down, and our mother walks in the room, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "We're writing some scary truths for the world," and she's like, "No one ever wants to hear that." And we both get really sad and defeated, but we look at each other and we nod and we're like, we're gonna keep doing. And then it flashes forward, 20, 30 years to today.
Oh, okay, yeah. And we're it's today. and because it's today, we're gonna be getting on the bus to see these awesome executives. Now, essentially, what happens is we are in New York. We did this whole backpack strap sequence, and we need to both get on the 51st bus because it heads. There's only one stop, and it's straight to
The
the
executives.
executives.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is that one of us, I think, has bad eyesight, and essentially there's a funny mix-up, and instead of getting on the 51st, uh, like one of us gets on the 15th instead, and essentially this causes a whole large amount of problems, which will have consequences throughout the rest of the movie.
Right. So basically, one of Hummingbird of Nightmares gets on the bus and sits down and kind of looks around. Adjusts his shoes and his backpack, and he can't find Dreamer of Nightmares. So he pulls out. We don't actually have phones in the film. We didn't have that where we grew up. So we actually use like little notepads. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
also this takes, I think it does take place in like 2000, before anyone had phones.
right. Well, so we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in the
Oh,
year 2000.
YouTube first video.
2005.
Okay, so this takes place in 2006 before anyone had phones.
Right. We also just use notepads because like spirit pens. Like I write down like where are you, and then you on your notepad it shows up because we're like we're ghost people.
Brothers.
Yeah, we're ghost
Just
brothers.
brothers.
Uh, so I pull up the notepad and I write Dreamer of Nightmares.
Oh,
Where
this
are
relates to an
you?
earlier event when we
Right.
were young. There's another flashback here, and it zooms back, and it zooms a little bit back before we were writing the videos together, and the mom's like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "We're making videos," and she's like, "You guys are brothers and you're making videos?" So we look at each other and we're like, "Yeah, I guess you could
Huh?
call us the video bros TV." And then she was like, "What's a television?" Because this was you know
You guys have to
this was
understand. Yeah, way
way
before.
before 2006.
Yeah, this is when radios were like the big thing, and everyone had a radio, but we were already thinking about things in the concept of a vision, like television.
I guess you could say this was before video killed the radio star.
That's a reference to a video of ours for those of you that don't know.
Hmm.
We'll have
Can we
it.
get back to okay, and it flashes forward back to what was back to
You said you wouldn't do it.
can
Okay,
you just
just repeat what you were
essentially
saying.
what happens is it flashes forward back to whatever Hummingbird was saying.
Right. So, Hummingbird of Nightmares on the bus, writing on the notepad, and this smoke and this fox of a lady, this foxy lady, is sitting across, and she says,
She's
"What are
sitting
you?"
across from the dreamer of nightmares, that is.
Right. This is so now we're cutting. So Hummingbird of Nightmares looks up, and then it's the lady, and now it's Dreamer of Nightmares, and Dreamer of Nightmares is like, which it's so good to it's nice to meet you, and he shakes her hand, but since we're not from here, he actually does the spooky greeting, and Dreamer of Nightmares. Do you want to explain the spooky greeting?
Yeah, essentially what happens is someone reaches their hand out to you and you start just kind of massaging their fingers. I think it shows both a passion and tenderness that American culture does not show. Um, I don't know. It's something a little different, and it's got something for
But
everyone.
there's also like that bit of a threat, like I your fingers
Yeah,
are
like
now in my hands.
exactly.
Right.
And
Does both.
so so this happens, and essentially it goes back to the hummingbird of nightmares, and lo and behold, there's also a smoking babe on that tram. Um, and he goes up and says, "Hello, lady," 'cause he's got an accent. Not from here. We're both not from here. Um, it's essentially what happens is that well, there's a little bit of like cinematic tension because then it cuts back back to me, and then it cuts. But before you can say what you want to say to her, it cuts like it's a we didn't direct this. Get and I can't remember who's on this project, but essentially what happens is they cut back to me. Uh, so what was happening there? Did you let the viewers know?
To what's happening to you?
Yeah, what's
Right.
gonna happen?
To you? So yeah, basically, if I remember correctly, again, we wrote this script in I think we spent only like 3 or 4 years on it, waiting for the moment we hit 1,000 subs. But if I remember correctly, after the woman sees Dreamer of Nightmares for the first time, she passes out, and he runs up to her, and he starts giving her like mouth to mouth, and you know all the other
Uh,
connections that can happen between a person, and uh, she wakes up, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Never better." And they just look at each other for a bit. And then it cuts back to Hummingbird of Nightmares. And the Hummingbird of Nightmares is sitting across from the woman from earlier. And he says, "So, huh, the Big Apple, huh?" And she laughs, obviously. She goes, "Ha ha, I guess so." And they both smile at each other. So that's kind of the big scene that kind of introduces the characters.
Sorry, I've got a bit of phlegm. In the story,
Okay.
he clears his throat. He clears his throat in the story. And he goes, "Wow, I think I'm in love." And the woman that I am on top of, that I just gave CPR, she's like, "Oh, like what do you mean? Isn't it too early?" I'm like, I'm in love with um my my video bro in like a fraternal way. And she's like, "What? I thought I was the only one that mattered." And I said, "Sorry, Smokehouse Beauty. There's only there's only room for one in my heart, and that's my video bro, my homie." And essentially, what happens after that point is that she decides to end things, uh, end herself. She jumps off the tram, and that plot line essentially ends there. But it comes back later on, in a big way. But that's the last we'll be seeing of her for the next few minutes. Um, so the buses are traveling, and they're traveling in opposite directions, which is really the problem.
And we haven't even
Because when you
realized
switch,
we're on different buses yet. That's important. We haven't
no,
realized we're
because
on
we
different
were
buses.
looking at we
Yeah,
had
smoking hot babes.
these interactions with these ladies.
Right.
So because the letters are switched, the numbers are switched around, 15 and 51. They go opposite directions. That's how the New York Met transit system works there.
Correct.
Um, so the hummingbird looks to the babe in question on his bus, and he says,
Wow. What bus is this again? And she laughs because everybody, and she like looks around the room, and she's like, "Okay, which bus is this?" And everyone in unison says, 15.
15.
And Hummingbird stops for a second and says, "Wait a second, what did you guys say?" And they all like kind of look at each other, and they're like, "Yep, okay, yeah, we'll say it again." And they go, "It's 15." And Hummingbird screams.
Hey
What?
guys, this is a director's cut version. Funny
What?
if he got on the right bus. So this whole interaction's pointless.
So he's freaking out that he's on bus 15, even though it is bus 15,
No, it's so bus 51's the right one.
right?
And he's like, "What bus is this on?" So instead of realizing that he's on the right bus, he just keeps going.
What?
What are you confused about?
What do you? So he's on the right bus, but he keeps. What do you mean keeps going?
Okay, so now, oh, okay, guys, sorry, this is just the director's cut.
We could just cut
Um,
this entire conversation out. It doesn't matter.
no, it's the director's cut. They need to see the behind the scenes.
Okay.
What? Okay. So what I'm assuming that you're doing now is that he asks what bus this is on, and they all say 15. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm on the wrong bus," right?
Right.
So what if he goes, "What bus is this on?" and they all go 51st? He's like, "Oh, I'm on the right bus," and then that doesn't move the plot along at all.
Okay. Sure. Your character could just do that. We could just bounce back and forth, so we can keep me realizing I'm on the wrong bus, you thinking you're on the wrong bus, and realizing you're on the right bus.
Yeah. So the, the Dreamer of Nightmare coughs, and he's on the right bus. You are on the wrong bus, is what's happening, and they both look at their spirit notepads and go,
At the
"Wow,
same time, yeah.
I guess we really are the
Video
Video Bros
Bros
TV
TV.
colon
Lost
lost
in
in
New
New
York.
York."
You could have sped up a long time ago, but okay.
No, but that's
Right.
they wouldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't get it. So yeah, Dreamer of Nightmares is screaming like at the top of his lungs. He's on the wrong bus again.
No, I'm on the right bus.
Right, sorry. Hummingbird of Nightmares is screaming at the top of his lungs, and he quickly writes down on the notepad, "Where are you?" But before he can finish writing,
Where
where are
are
you? The notepad gets knocked out of his hand, and he looks up, and there's just this New Yorker in front of him, and he's like, "Hey,
I'm a New Yorker.
no,
I
what
I
is
got
this, Poindexter? You got a notepad?"
uh
And Hummingbird of Nightmares, just just
just fucking lose.
yeah,
Sorry, effing
he
loses it.
loses it, just wailing on this guy, just beating the life out of his face on the ground, and everyone's like applauding because that guy. They're all clapping, and then the bus driver stops, and the bus driver's laughing. He's like, "Look, dude, that was really funny, but you gotta get off, okay?" So now Hummingbird
Yeah.
doesn't have his trusty little spirit pad anymore, and he's officially the Video Bros TV Lost in New
Lost
York.
in New York. Right, right. Well, I mean, after that courageous act, he got a sizable sum of money. He got a crisp $100 bill from everyone on the bus. But essentially, what happens is that him losing his notepad is, let's see. Oh, let's see. Stages, story. It's the rising action of the story. And boy, oh boy, stay tuned because what action it will be. So he doesn't get his notepad. He's got some money now though. But he can't use it. He's foreign. He doesn't know how to buy stuff. And then something else happens. Something else happens.
Let's cut back to the Dreamer of Nightmares. What's the Dreamer of Nightmares doing?
So Dreamer of Nightmares has just ruined this woman's life. Oh yeah, she's like dead now, right?
Wait, what'd you do again?
I said that I love you.
Oh, right,
Hummingbird
right,
of
right. Yeah,
Nightmare.
okay, I get it. I thought you
And
also beat
she's
a
like,
woman to death.
No, I would never.
All right.
I would, I would never beat a woman to death. Let me go on record as saying that.
Dreamer
I
of
would
Nightmares.
never beat a. I wouldn't. Well, maybe in self-defense.
I think we should just carry on with the story at this point.
I just think that people should know. So essentially, what happens is that he realizes he's on the right bus. He realizes that the guy is missing that he's supposed to be with, which is the hummingbird. He's like, I need to find this guy because otherwise, without, and this is a very powerful scene. He cries. That's not what I'm talking about though. He looks up at the sky and he's like, even though I'm on the right bus, um, I without my video bro, I really do feel like I'm
On the wrong path.
Video Bros TV
Lost to New
lost
York.
in New York.
Yeah. So at this point, Dreamer of Nightmares gets off the bus and he starts running around and he's asking people like, "Do you know where my video bro is?" And it cuts to the Hummingbird of Nightmares running around asking, like shaking people like, "Do you know where my video bro is?" And they put both their hands, they put their hands on their head and they look at the camera and it's like, split screen. They both go, "Oh my god, I can't find my video bro." And like a little funny montage plays where they're like running around and looking for video bro and like a trash can and then like in a bathroom at like a restaurant and then like opening up a pizza box and my video bro and you know the montage ends.
A lot of essentially what happens is a lot of funny antics
A lot of
that
really funny antics that actually took a lot of time to think of.
yeah, the whole point is that they're little comical bits. So even though it is sort of a like a drama, there is some I guess there are like some comedic elements to it. I just feel that you know I really wanted to show that part in the movie because it shows sort of more of an intimate side to us that we're not just scary,
Yeah,
that we could do more like some situational humor of like looking in like
yeah,
because the pizza, I don't know, the pizza box joke I wrote, it was sort of a turning point for me because there are like so many levels of like irony there, because why would my character look inside of a pizza box specifically because like a human could just simply not fit in there.
yeah, and it also
um
kind of shows the audience kind of subtly that we are maybe not even human. We're larger than that. We're larger than life. And that's how
yeah
we could fit inside of a pizza box, kind of. I mean, again, there's the script was written to show just how complicated we are as people, as characters, as
uh
friends, families,
and
lovers,
most importantly
as
creators.
brothers. Oh yeah.
Oh, brothers.
Okay,
We're not gonna let Big brothers get in the way of making great content for
that's
you
true.
guys.
So, anyway, right, montage ends. We just realized that we're separated and we're, lost in New York. Um,
Lost in New York.
yeah, lost in New York. The script then actually got ripped in half. So at the same time, split screen, two different things are happening. You have the Dreamer of Nightmares, who thinks that the best way to find his pal, me, Hummingbird of Nightmares, is to go back to the station. But the Hummingbird of Nightmares has a different plan. Hummingbird of Nightmares, well, let's just say, has a bit of a wackier plan.
Yes, he does. Essentially, what the Hummingbird of Nightmares is gonna do is he is gonna hail a cab. He always wanted that New York City experience, and he's just gonna tell the cab driver, "Hey, can you take me to my friend?" Because the cab drivers is supposed to know everything in the city.
That's true.
Um, However, upon trying to hail a cab, nobody stops for him. Um, and this moves on to the sort of social commentary part of our film. It's about 3 hours in, by the way. So around the beginning, and he tries to hail a cab, and then just nobody does anything. So he has to take matters into his own hands. So he goes to rent a car. Um, but essentially what he realizes is that working with the people of the city is so important because he still doesn't have his handy dandy cab driver to take him to where he needs to go. And he's got this car that he's rented. It has a GPS. So he enters the my address and he starts going there.
And at this point, we cut
I guess
back.
he didn't need the cab drivers after all
I
because he
guess
had
not.
money
Oh, that's
on his
right.
side.
From beating up the guy from earlier.
But also that money would have not been in there in the first place if it wasn't for the people of. So there's this I don't know complicated relationship between the hummingbird of nightmares and the people of New York. I think it sort of relates to like my past and what I did with the people of New York. I just wanted to write that into the film because
Okay.
it was a personal experience.
So at this point of the film, we cut back to the Dreamer of Nightmares showing up to the station, and he's looking around. He's asking people, again if they've seen his pal, and then he sees the woman from earlier that he broke the heart of, and she's sitting on a bench and she's just crying. She's just weeping into her hands, and he walks up to her and he says, "Hey." And she looks at him and she's like, "What do you want?" And he says, "I need to ask you for a favor." And then she looks at him, she wipes a tear from her face, and she smiles. She knows exactly what this guy wants. It just shot of them like, like grabbing each other, like hands, like their hands, like, clasp, and he pulls her up, and she's like, "Follow me." And they run off screen.
Uh-huh. All right.
Anyway,
Okay. Essentially, what happens? We're back. We're back to the other guy, the hummingbird of Dreamer. And essentially, he's lost in New York with his rental car. The GPS is taking it to. This is another rising action conflict before we get to the climax. In that the Dreamer of Nightmares is looking for the hummingbird with this mystery beauty woman. However, the hummingbird is actually looking for the Dreamer. So this will get them into a lot of antics that will come into play in the movie. And just imagine looking for somebody that's looking for you. If one of them had just decided to stay put, then this whole issue could be avoided. However, we wouldn't have a movie at the end of the day if that happened.
correct. Yeah. Ow. Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, I just smacked my face into the microphone while sitting back down. Guys, that actually reminds us. So back to the movie. So the hummingbird is driving, and he just can't find, his buddy, and
Mm-hmm.
he's looking, and he thinks he sees the Dreamer of Nightmares around the corner. So he slams on the gas, he slams on the brakes, and he spins, and he's in this intersection in a red light. Cars are crashing behind him, and he swings out and he hits this like old looking car on the side. And this man gets out holding a Tommy gun and a cigar in his mouth with a bowler hat. He's like, "Hey, why'd you hit my car? Hey!" And what ends up
That's
happening,
not how he sounds like. That's just a recreation. He actually
right,
sounds like hey, I'm gangsta.
right,
I'm gangsta. I got hmm, I'm a chaperone.
yeah.
Call me chaperone.
And
Is
basically,
and
it he looks at his car and he's like, "You
uh-huh,
you broke my car
uh-huh,
with your rental car." And the
uh-huh.
hummingbird's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just looking for my buddy, my spooky pal." And the gangster, his name's Rocco, says, "No. You got to help pay off my car." And the hummingbird has no concept of money. You know, he has all this money in his back pocket. So he pulls out the hundreds of dollar bills and he says, "Is this enough?" And
Mm.
the Rocco says, "Where'd you get all this money?" And Hummingbird says, "Well, I just, I beat up this guy who stole my spirit pad." And he says, "Ah, we could use a guy like you who, talks with his hands." And the Hummingbird is ecstatic because he loves doing that. He loves talking with his hands. Uh, and he says, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" And Rocco says, "Follow me." And they walk off. They walk off screen. Then we cut back to the Dreamer of Nightmares. And what is he doing?
He's with the mystery woman. She's like, I need to take you to somewhere where you can find the guy. So essentially what they do is she's like, so what's obviously the best way to find your friend is to get a bird's eye view. So we go to the top of the Empire State Building because it's sort of like a bird's eye view. A bird's eye view is what a bird has because they're so high up, right?
Yes.
So someone going very high up is sort of like a bird's eye view.
Because it's like what a bird would
So
see.
I yeah, in a way. Um so I go up there. I go up there with this woman and she's like I I took you here. I said I took you here to find your friend. But actually I brought you up here because it's just so romantic. And she leans in for a kiss. But right as she leans in for a kiss, the corner of my eye, the very corner of my eye, catches like the slightest image of the hummingbird of nightmares and Tommy Chaperone, because that's what's happening with them at this point in the movie. Um, and I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. I just things just ain't working out, and I leave her again.
She starts screaming.
Which
She's crying, right?
right. Well, looking back, probably knowing her history, probably not a good idea to leave her at the tallest building of the
Oh,
world.
okay.
Right.
Tallest building in
That
the world.
yeah. What happens is that doesn't end well for her.
But not for the reason you'd
So I get
think,
on the
actually.
elevator. Huh?
Not for the reason you'd think, actually. Very different reason. And we'll get to that a little later in the movie.
Yeah, so what happens is that she jumps off. I go down the elevator. Um Before she hits the ground, I run out of the elevator and catch her. Cuz I cuz there are some feelings there.
Right. And we get into
Um
that also later on.
yeah, yeah. And then it just cuts back to the hummingbird of nightmares with the Tommy Chaperone,
Yeah,
and they're doing something together.
right. So basically, it cuts back after Dreamer of Nightmares catches uh, the mystery, beautiful woman, smoke show. It's he after catches her, it then cuts back, and it's Rocco slash Tommy Chaperone sitting next to Dreamer of Nightmares and sorry, Hummingbird of Nightmares. It's okay. It cuts back. It's Dreamer of Nightmares, and he's sitting down next to the mafia boss, and he says, oh,
Why am I next to the mafia boss again?
"It's the Hummingbird of Nightmares."
You okay?
Did I say Dreamer of
That
Nightmares twice?
yes.
Okay, so after the Dreamer of Nightmares catches, the beautiful woman, we cut back to the Hummingbird of Nightmares, and he's sitting in like a deli next to the mafia boss. And the mafia boss is like, "Okay, we're gonna run through this again. I need you to beat up the rival schools like mafia, Uh, and the Hummingbird of Nightmares is like, "Okay, oh, if this is the only way to pay off me breaking your car and the only way for me to find my friend. So,
He doesn't know what he's getting himself
no,
into
he
at this
doesn't. He
point.
doesn't. And we'll actually get into how bad like be joining the mafia is later in the movie and try to talk kids out of it. We know that children and mafia participants are our main audience, and we'd like to separate those. So
Wait, mafia? People in our audience are in the mafia?
yeah,
That this is what the Dreamer of Nightmare says, and as he turns like at the audience, because this and there's like a maybe a break of like 10 seconds to where they like cheer and all. But it's in like this movie. There's a 3D option for it where he sticks his head like forward, and that would be that one part. So the guy's talking to the mafia boss. He's Hummingbird of Nightmares has just joined the Mafina, um, and they're about to attack. They're about to attack these other innocent mafia people because that's the price that you. That's okay. So that's why the mafia is so bad. That's the price that you have to pay.
yeah. But right before he attacks, he looks at like the watch he has, and he sees the time, and it occurs to him, oh my god, we need to be at that meeting with the big business executives to work on our movie that we're being offered because we hit 1,000 subs again. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. But this meeting is in 5.5 days, and he starts panicking, like, oh my god, we're gonna be late. So he turns to the mafia boss. He's like, I gotta
Well,
go.
hold on. Well, five it like he doesn't know. Um, he doesn't know how to read time. So let's be honest. Of an indeterminate time frame. He just he just needs to be at the meeting if you know what I mean. Um, because there does needs to be that tension.
Speaking of tension, we almost forgot there is a giveaway we're hosting.
Oh my God! Yes,
We
yes, yes.
almost we almost
Okay,
forgot.
yeah, but we remembered.
So here's how you enter the giveaway. In the comments section, write a phrase that we'll tell you very shortly, and we'll pick people in the comments who write it, and we'll randomly choose one, and the winner will get their own
Their own spot in the
cameo.
movie.
They'll get your own little character line or cameo or whatever in the next animation.
Well, in one of our animations at some
Right.
point.
Yeah. You'll just, what's the phrase? The phrase is I don't want to be in the next animation. Right?
That's so clever because that is so. Yeah. So we wanted it because we know our fans are a little bit tricky, a little bit sneaky. So I think that making it something a little bit clever and cheeky like
But
that.
also if you don't want to join the giveaway, please also specify that, I don't want to be in the next animation. We'll kind of have to figure out ourselves who's entering and who's not entering, but as long as you look the part and you have the right energy behind your words, it should all work out.
And if you sound the part, if you send us a good audio clip of you, like if you have a good voice, then you're more likely to be chosen.
Yeah, we'll announce the winner within the next 3 or 4 videos after this comes out. So you have until then to enter. Anyway,
Yeah, good for you guys. This is a great opportunity for you guys.
I wish that
You're
we had
welcome.
it when we were growing up in our home country.
Yeah, you think it was so easy making the video bros when people.
Yeah, hold on. Do you guys think we had it easy?
No, we didn't. Like we just told you our struggle story. Meanwhile, we're lost in New York. We're dealing
Yeah,
with some serious, heavy concepts like
love
s-
the
s-
mafia.
the mafia. I don't want to say suicide, but that just keeps trying to jump off of things. You know what I mean? So that's what we have to deal with, and we're giving you this giveaway. All right. So if this video does not hit at least, I don't know, what's our goal?
10
2 million.
million
Uh-huh.
retweets on retweets. Yeah,
On
Twitter.
yeah. So make it happen, or I'll be upset.
And I'll also be upset. It's both of
Uh-huh.
us will be equally,
We'll
if
both
not,
be upset,
yeah.
if not
But
more. We'll be equally, if not more, upset.
yeah, wow. Back to
So
the
back to what.
back to the film. So, Dream Hummingbird of Nightmares has just realized that timing wise, he's got to fix this car for the mafia boss, get out of the mafia, and find his pal quickly if they're gonna make the meeting in time. That's the whole reason they're in New York, and
To make the meeting on time.
yeah, it's the whole reason that this wacky story is even happening. It's why they're, dare I say, why they're lost in New York.
Lost in New York.
Yeah. So we cut back at this point to the Dreamer of Nightmares, who is just, has just caught this uh, beautifully flawed woman in his arms. And what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what happens. He says, "What am I gonna do with you?" And she giggles because she knows she's complicated. Uh,
She knows that he's gonna leave her as usual, as per usual. So essentially, he's like, okay, I saw my brother with the mafia boss Tommy Gambinetti, and I've got to rescue him now. And he goes over. He starts walking over there. Woman, typical scene where the man is walking and the woman is just hanging on to his leg. So he walks like that for a few miles.
this movie does not pass the Bechdel test. We made a specific point.
Well, that's a serendipitous reference.
Why?
Measure. Oh, I thought that was like a movie term.
I
And
mean, it
in a
is.
way, it is. In a way, it
It
is.
is exactly what that is.
Wow.
Anyway, she's clinging to your leg. Continue.
You know what? Good for her.
Yeah, she's going for what she wants.
Yeah, go get him, girl. Um. So I'm walking over there. We see what's her name? The mob boss. Wait, no, he's with you right now, right?
Yeah, I'm as this is happening, I'm probably currently doing a job for him so I can pay off my debt for breaking his car because I thought I saw you, but it was just
Oh.
like a bird or some.
Oh, okay. And yeah, as I look back to the woman, I see her watch, and it looks like it's time to uh freaking meet with this executive soon. So I say, I'm sorry, baby, but I've got to go. He's like, I know, I know, and I guess that sort of taps into like the relationship side of the video bros, particularly with hot women. Um, we just don't get along well.
That's true. That's true. Uh, anyway, at this point, we cut back to the Hummingbird of Nightmares. Um, he's getting handed a big handshake from the mafia boss, and the mafia
After
boss,
finishing several
yeah,
10 jobs, he hit his
like 10
milestone.
jobs, and he says, "You did a great job. You've paid it off and more. You're like a son to me. You're like a father to me. You're so amazing, and I love you, and we all love you." And the rest of the mafia is like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's gonna be a shame to see you go. Is there anything we can do for you?" And the Hummingbird of Nightmare says, "I mean, there's one thing." And they all kind of look at him, and they look at each other, and they're like, "Anything? What is it?" and then we cut back to the Dreamer of Nightmares. But this is where things get really interesting, because we cut back to the Dreamer of Nightmares, and the Dreamer of Nightmares is just like, walking, but behind him, there's a very similar looking man. And we zoom up on this similar looking man, and the similar looking man goes like, ha 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 ha, they don't know I'm here. And he turns and he hides behind the corner. And this man is actually the doppelganger of the Dreamer of Nightmares, who is aptly named Dream Minecraft.
Dream Minecraft, yeah. So
he's actively named.
Wait, yeah. Probably, yeah. So, essentially, the main theme of this movie is how Dream stole my idea for his name.
Dream stands are actually gonna target us if we do that.
Good.
I don't think I want that. Like I.
Well, the movie's already written. I'm just talking about it.
Yeah, his name's the Sleeper, the Liver of Nightmare.
The Liver of Dreams.
No.
The wakeful man of dreams.
The wakeful.
The waking of dreams.
The waking of terror.
The waker.
The waker.
No, I'm the Dreamer of Nightmares. So he's the Nightmare of Dreams.
Yeah, he's the Nightmare.
He's Nightmare of Dreamers.
The Nightmare of Dreamers. He's Dream's nightmare.
Such a piece of shit.
The kisser of. I was not gonna say. The kisser of kings.
Ooh.
Anyway, he's just like a doppelganger, and he's got some pretty nasty plans spewing in that nasty little head of his. So that's gonna.
Before any of that can happen, the hummingbird's like, yeah, I do have something in mind actually. Boss is like, okay, dude, what? And hummingbird's like, hey, could you help me find my my boy? He's like, yeah, you got a boy? You have a son? You're like, no, I have a brother, actually. And Francisco Gambinetti's like, oh, you got a brother? That means a lot to me. I'll help you find him. And you're like, I didn't even say that, but yes, that's the exact next thing that I need to do in the movie. And so they start heading out, and they start looking all across the city.
Like, yeah,
they've got
helicopters.
They got the capos. Capo is a crime rank in any Italian or any mob organization. They're sort of the head of their local branch of a mafiosi. I saw. Yeah, so it's a very. Well, I don't want to say this movie is like The Godfather, but it's as good as The Godfather, if not better.
It's kind of like what The Godfather tried to be, but they kind of just focused on one thing the whole time and then lost sight of, I guess I feel bad saying it, but I guess the point, like.
I think they lost sight of the whole Dreamer of Nightmares and Hummingbird of Nightmares
aspect that they should have been focused. Yeah, I think they kind of let go of that. But that's just not just our opinion. It's the opinion of every critic and reviewer who's seen the movie thus far. But anyway, Mob, they're helping the Hummingbird of Nightmares find his his brother, his bro. And
yeah, so essentially what happens
essentially what happens is a really cool scene.
Is that they go and they
find
too much.
They find the doppelganger instead.
No.
I mean, we literally set up a doppelganger plot.
It's not gonna be used.
What if we land? What if we find the doppelganger and he's like, "No, I'm just the doppelganger. He's the one you're looking for."
What if that's just all thrown out this window and all this anticipation and buildup is thrown out and they're just like, we found each other.
The next scene, we've already found each other.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Right. So,
So essentially what happens is mob boss looks for him and they find him. And now so
we're in the executive's
what's his name?
office.
N- Hummingbird, well, Hummingbird and Mob have to part ways, because Mob Boss is like, I found out you were working with the executive, and I can't have that in my business. I'd usually kill you, but in the same way that you found your brother, I found a brother in you.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow!
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah.
read the
Yeah.
script
Yeah.
thousands of times, and I just now got that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah.
We really outdid ourselves in that one.
There's a lot of like stuff like that where you have to watch the video, the movie
Right.
several times.
And again, this is just a very quick summary of the movie. There's no way we could like do it justice by verbally explaining it. You gotta watch it. So there's like a bird outside or something. You gotta watch it if you really want to like get the experience, and that is what it is. The best way I could describe this is not as a film or a movie or a moving picture, but as an experience.
Would you say that bird outside is a humming bird of nightmares?
I would say it's probably like a crow or something. Maybe
Uh-huh.
like no, not a seagull. Seagulls don't go that far
Okay,
from the
so they're
sea.
in the executive's office.
Right.
After the whole mob scenario,
And
getting out of the mob,
the executive's
Cosa
like,
Nostra.
the executive is like, it's so good to finally meet you both. And he goes, he shakes our hands, and he goes, ah, wow, 1,000.
We're right on time. We're right on time.
Exactly. Like, yeah, the second the minute the clock hand strikes, we're through the door, and he's like, it's so good to meet you guys. 1,000 big ones. That's impressive. What do you guys got for me today? And we look at him, and we pitch something beautiful.
We look at him, and it's sort of like a catch-22 in that the exact words that you're hearing right now, we said to him in the exact
Verbatim,
length,
yeah.
maybe even longer because we had different timings on what we say, but word for word.
Yeah, we also didn't have to
Essentially.
rush. We didn't have to rush. We have to rush to get this out, but we didn't have to rush on that one. We could really take our time.
Yeah, we wanted to make a shorter video for you guys this time.
Than our usual
So
ones.
we're cutting out a lot,
Yeah.
but exactly as you heard it, without the cuts, is what we said.
Yeah. Like the pizzeria whole sub point where the dreamer of nightmares starts up a pizzeria.
No. Hey, they don't even deserve it.
That's right. They don't deserve it.
Okay, 1,000 subs, get us to 8 million.
And then we'll talk.
Maybe. Sorry, did I say million? I meant trillion with a T.
Yeah, I mean,
Have them do that, then maybe they'll figure out what the pizza is about.
oh no, what's that? There aren't enough people in the world? Yeah, one word, breed. Fix it.
Oh. Hey man. So essentially what happens is the executive's like, okay, yeah, I think I love your idea. There was nothing inappropriate between me and the executive.
Yeah, we have to specify
I
this
just-
legally. There was no inappropriate.
Yeah, I need to. Okay. Phew, enough of about that.
Yeah.
Essentially, what happens is that he approves it, and we make the film.
Yeah. Um, it's kind of like, I don't want to say montage because it's not. We show everything that, from start to finish, the creation of the film. It's very meta because it's us creating the film as we create the film. Uh, and
That's like, oh my god, that's like that one documentary.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I don't remember the name.
I can look it up. What do you think I should look up to find it?
I don't know. I can't.
A documentary where they
Meta documentary. Search
make
that up.
it meta. Was it called?
Oh no, that's like you remember Super Size Me?
Right.
So in Super Size Me 2, uh it's something about chicken. And he goes out and makes his own chicken restaurant. So instead of making his own chicken restaurant, it's essentially like making a documentary.
Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken.
Yeah.
Wow. What's this guy's name? Something Murdoch?
Morgan Spurlock.
Spurlock. I was so close.
He's got such a negative attitude.
Yeah, there's also the movie was like faked. Like in the first one, like
Uh-huh.
let me look up the
They
controversy.
wait, actually?
Yeah, like he ate other stuff to. I forgot to spell controversy for a second. Damn it! I put two O's. Controversy.
You know what pissed me off is that he ate fast food and then he like vommed. Like the first time he had to eat fast food, he like threw up. Like what? Prissy.
There's a whole counterclaims. So
No,
reception.
I was just thinking about this. Yeah. I was just thinking about this yesterday, and that Okay, well I have to ask you, what's your favorite fast food?
I have no idea, honestly.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of it, so to me, all fast food is a little treat in its own right.
Would you say that you come from a place of privilege?
Uh, yeah, I'd say I come from a place of privilege.
Okay. So, speaking speaking on these terms, I you can identify whether somebody or not is cognizant of their own privilege. If you ask them what their favorite fast food is, and they say In and Out or Chipotle, that's like a dead giveaway. Like that they don't eat fast food.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a fan of In and Out. Chipotle is fine, but like I wouldn't say that I enjoy In and Out more than I enjoy like,
Jack in the
Jack in the
Box.
Box. Yeah.
Yeah. But like when like I guess it's just a poor thing for me, but I guess when someone if you ask someone their favorite fast food and they say like McDonald's, I'm like, wow, this guy's a warrior. You know what I mean? Like this guy's been through it.
Wait, Morgan Spurlock's hashtag Me Too confession crippled Supersize Me.
Did he rape someone?
I I'm gonna click on it. It's from Business Insider. Crippled Supersize Me Too, and a main subject of the movie feels abandoned. Well, he can. I don't. What is he confessing? Spurlock would attract audiences. This time, taking on the poultry industry. Okay, where impactful? I am part of the problem. I am going to represent myself as someone who's built a career in finding the truth. Days later, YouTube announced it would not release Super Size Me 2. Okay. Oh, there it is. According to his letter, a woman once
No, you
accused.
okay? Hold on. No, YouTube did release Super Size Me 2 because I was watching it with
Well, let's censor the name. It's
girl.
fine. Right.
You well, oh yeah.
Okay.
Put a bleep over that.
Yeah, I will. Super Size Me 2. Okay, so he confessed to numerous acts of misconduct. According to his letter, a woman once accused him of rape in college. He detailed a workplace assault harassment he settled and admitted he admitted he had been unfaithful to past wives and girlfriends.
What the fuck?
But that's not even what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for they cover that he was just a liar.
I'm just looking for.
Super 72 reveals some unsafe. All of it's just about like when you're trying to just. Damn it. This is the issue with this because like I'm just trying to find proof that he like lied about it, but it's all being buried by the
I,
the
I,
rape. Yeah.
I literal Morgan Spurlock. No.
Uh, yeah, someone said Spurlock's calorie and fat counts don't add up, and noted Spurlock's refusal to publish the food log. Uh,
Mhm.
so someone else cataloged everything he ate. And the first time, particular note, she exercised despite eating McDonald's every day. She maintained her caloric intake at around 2,000 per day.
Yeah, because literally, you will not get fat if you eat the right amount of calories.
So yeah, what happened was, uh, he lied. Like he ate more. He purposely tried to gain weight, uh, and it was a giant lie. Like, and you like for refusing to publish the food log in a documentary, like refusing to publish proof.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just a film of epic portions. Hell yeah! All right. Well,
What a piece of
yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, go you,
you.
Morgan Spurlock. Get a human name. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to
I don't trust that.
this. We pitched the movie. They love it. They love the idea. They go, "We're gonna start production on this yesterday," and we think they're kidding. But then we actually look into the like soundstage, and they actually did start production the day prior.
Uh-huh.
And we kind of the movie kind of follows us making it, the blood, sweat, tears of making it, and it's honestly real. Like that's just
Yeah, it's great.
it's
Okay.
a
Yeah, movie's
documentary.
over. Good. Good. It's over.
Well, there's the
Finished.
we finished the movie, but there's the end part of the thing where we the award show.
Oh. Oh my God. Yes. The fucking award show.
The
Oh
damn
my.
award show.
So we get nominated, or we're hosting actually our very own awards show called the Golden Bros.
That's right. We're because
Golden Bros.
we won.
Yes,
We
yes.
actually won not just the Oscar for best bro film, but we won every Oscar. We actually just had a wagon just full of Oscars, and they decided it was unfair for us to compete with the commoners because we would always win every single Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, Tony, Pepper. I don't know what the other ones are.
Wait, isn't Tony for
Musical theater, I think.
God, I was about to make a big oopsie.
But right, so we win every award, so they decide that we should just make our own award show called the Golden Bros, where we give people, including ourselves obviously, a golden bro for when they've been golden and brotherly.
And just good.
And
all
just
around.
and just all around a pleasant bro. So we do that, obviously. We win, everyone loves us, and the movie ends with Dreamer of Nightmares.
Movie ends on a high note.
Yeah, it ends with us sitting in front of a camera, and we're like, well, you just followed our journey through the hard parts and the soft parts. And we just want to thank you guys from the bottom of our spooky, spooky hearts for just
And then
being there.
Well, there's sort of a cool camera trick. It cuts back, and this is being watched by us when we were younger.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like how that's a camera trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and young us are like, whoa, we should make some spooky stuff. And then our mom walks in, and our mom says, you guys, you'll never make it. And then the movie's cyclical. It actually repeats a second time.
It just doesn't end. It just keeps on going.
Yeah. We won Sundance's longest film award until they just had to stop giving out the award because it kept playing.
We won the longest film award with just one cycle of our film.
And then we said, "Oh my god, you guys have no idea what's coming," and they were in tears.
You guys have no f***ing clue what's about to happen. It's gonna blow your minds.
When the credits rolled, someone got up and they were like, "Thank you." We're like, "No, sit back down. Just sit back down."
Sit the back down.
That's just
No,
cycle
there's
one.
more.
You need to watch at least 3 cycles to take in the full story, I think.
This is cycle 1. Sit your ass down. You're gonna sit through all of them.
We actually were the first film to go, which was bad because it meant no other films went, which is, I think, why we won every award, at least at Sundance.
Right, right.
Sundance gives awards, right?
No, I think that we can make a Sundance winning thing.
Yeah, no, Sundance gives awards. Yeah, okay.
What's ooh, don't they give the Palme d'Or, or is that a separate thing?
How do you spell that?
That's Cannes. That's Cannes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Let's make something for Cannes.
Yeah.
Like let's make a spooky top 5 for Cannes.
After like a beautiful movie about like an orphan learning to deal with who they are in a complicated world, it's like top 5 spookiest farts.
Top 5. No, come on. Top 5 spookiest characters.
And it's just pictures from people at the festival. Like we're just like editing it at the festival, like, oh, that guy over there.
Right, we're like, you gotta get something quick.
We just forgot to send a video.
Right.
Like, in a last minute entry.
We keep putting it off. We're like, no, we'll get it to you then. We'll get it to you then. Like, we'll do it in person. Like, why? Like, these are supposed to be submitted 3 months before.
This
it's
is
like, no.
irregular.
Dude, we'll have it. We're there just like editing together.
We're like, yeah, we're in the back room. Are you guys done? Almost. It's rendering.
Dude, please, it's rendering. Please. Just get another film before us.
We have to cancel the Feslian dispute before. Just an email. We're like, no, we have the rights.
We just have the license number written on a napkin. Like, yo, guys, hold on.
Anyway, guys.
We staple it to our script. Anyway, guys.
Yeah, sorry, this was a bit of a shorter video than most. We really wanted to get something out longer, but we're both very busy working on the film. We've gone through 6 directors. And what?
And great Video Bros content at the same time.
Oh, right. I thought you said in breaching the contract, and I was like, I didn't think we were allowed to talk about that because of the NDA, but okay.
Right.
We did breach the contract multiple times. We went over budget multiple times. We single-handedly,
Ended that film.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word. What's the word I'm looking for? Disbarcode? What's the word when something like it doesn't have any money anymore?
Bankrupt?
Bankrupt. I thought you said incorrupt the first time. Well, we single-handedly
bankrupted
Universal Studios. So we had to keep jumping between studios. Yeah. But we're getting there. Kind of a hit and run. We take all the money we can, and then we move to the next studio.
Essentially, what we're trying to say is thank you for 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, when we started this, we knew we'd hit 1,000, but we didn't know we'd hit it so fast. So
fast. So thank you. No, I genuinely thank you.
No,
I love you people.
Guys. Like, you guys are wonderful.
Come here. Give us a smooch.
Give me a smooch first.
No.
We love the comments you guys leave, and honestly, every time one of you leaves a sweet comment, we hack into your webcam and just watch you sleep, just to see how sweet you are.
To know.
And you're always so sweet. You always look so sweet sleeping.
Always look so sweet. So
we love you guys. We're actually thinking of giving you guys a bit of a name. All the big channels give their followers a name, so we're thinking of calling you guys Video Bros.
That works.
That works. You guys are the Video Bros, and we're your video dads.
We're the video fathers. Ooh.
Yeah, we are the Video Bros, but we are your video fathers. You are the Video Bros. They're similar, but they're different.
We're all video. Aren't we all just Video Bros?
We are. We're all brothers, and we're all bros, and we're all on TV. Smile for the camera.
Smile
for the webcam.
Okay. Let's synchronize it. Goodbye.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
And thank you for getting us found in New York. Video Bros
It's
TV, found in New York.
Yeah, it's Video Bros TV. Thank you guys for
It.